just within 2 months you are speaking amazing, I'd say, because I am the person who has done a lots of activities to improve as I'm speaking right now. So initially I had to also
Okay.
face challenges, problem. I had no any resource, nothing else, and always I used to think what kinds of strategy. Hello, ma'am.
Yes.
Good
Okay. How are
evening.
you been? Good evening. How you
I'm
been?
I would say I'm doing well, and thank you for asking. And what about you, ma'am?
Yes, I'm doing fantastic. Thank you for asking.
How was your day so far?
It was a hectic day and it's scorching hot. And how about you?
I'd say same. I'd say like everywhere temperature it is really high. So same problem we are also facing here, even being in Saudi. But even then, I did whatever
Okay.
tasks I had to do. I did, and yeah, and now I'm here and connecting with you. So I'm really delighted
Okay.
to talk with you, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Okay,
My
so
pleasure.
yeah,
Mm,
so as
okay.
we are meeting first time, so would you like to introduce yourself, ma'am?
Yes, sure. My name is Nimisha Deepu. I come from the God's own country, that means Kerala, but currently speaking to you from Bihar because by profession I'm a teacher. It's been 5 years I have been working here, and I'm a teacher of social studies. Apart from that, my hobby is learning English. Nowadays, I run a YouTube channel. It's named as BN Instructors, where I upload English related videos.
Mm, that's really great. So nowadays you are teaching, yeah?
Yes, it's been 5 years.
Okay, it's been 5 years, so that's really great. Okay, so let me introduce myself to you. I am Rajesh.
Sure.
I am Rajesh, and basically I am from Nepal. Currently, I am talking to
Okay.
you from Saudi Arabia, where I'm working at a restaurant as well as coffee shop as a waiter. So this is my profession. And talking about my schooling, I have done plus two, and after that I had to drop out my schooling. It's all because of financial crisis, and then I have taken my family responsibility and moved in Saudi. So it's been more than 3.5 years I'm here, and along with that, I have also one YouTube channel. It's named with the Let's Thrive with Rajesh, where I used to upload solo kinds of video and even a short video. But nowadays, I have been having conversation with a YouTuber and even with a co-learner. So nowadays, I upload conversation video on my YouTube channel too. So that is all about me.
Okay. Okay, that's interesting. So, what motivated you to learn English? Because I think you're already fluent enough. So, what motivated you to learn this language? Is this because of your working conditions, or what is the reason?
I'd say reason it was I'd say it started to when I was in Nepal. So initially I had a thought to move in abroad, another country, and that's the
Mm,
reason I wanted to work on communication skill. So initially I had no idea how to speak, how to learn, and what kinds of strategy would be better to improve and enhance our communication skill. So, like when I wanted to move in Saudi Arabia, that time I had to face interview problem. So I would say initially, like is you don't have a communication skill, so might you are going to feel many challenge, many difficulty. So like is I had to also face these kinds of problem. So when first times I went in some MSc or some consultancy to give interview, I I was not able to even speak or not able to even like say the word perfectly, and due to I was rejected by 2 or 3 interview. So then I decided I should work on it and I should improve my communication skills. So I'd say just getting a job in abroad that made me to speak this language. But initially, I was not that much of good. Just I have prepared myself how to introduce in front of other person, and due to I have learned. And my journey it has started when I came in Saudi. So here I had to also face some challenges. That was a language barrier. So if you are coming in Saudi Arabia, there mostly people there speak Arabic language. and if you don't know Arabic, then you must have to know English as well. So there's I had to face a language problem initially. So even I have improved this language just within like a 2 or 3 month Arabic language, just by observing other person or listening all time Arabic. So then I thought like I should work on English and simultaneously Arabic language both, and I started to do, and I improved. So nowadays I can speak Arabic or English language both. So yeah.
Okay, okay, nice to hear that. So, have you ever been to India?
Yeah, definitely, because I live near the Bihar border, and due to I
Hmm.
have been to Bihar so many times, more than 15 or 20 times, and that's the reason you can
Okay.
see my name. It is a similar to Rajesh. It is an Indian name. Even in Nepal, many people
Hmm.
they keep these kinds of name. So yeah, I got a chance to go in India many times. And you said you are from Bihar, yeah? So which area are you belong to in Bihar?
It's Bihar. Sorry, capital of Bihar. I mean Patna.
Okay, Patna. Okay, everyone they know
Yes,
about
yes.
Patna, but I have been to Sitamarhi like that. So I have traveled
Okay.
Sitamarhi so many times, but no Patna
Hmm.
capital. It
Okay,
seems
okay.
like just live it like a far. So what about you? Have you
Hmm.
ever been to Nepal or not?
No, till the date I didn't had any chance to visit Nepal, but we were planning to visit Nepal, but still because nowadays I mean, there was a news that Corona is back, so that time we quit the plan, and I think in next month we will definitely visit Nepal because I have to visit UP as well in that time, so maybe perhaps we will visit Nepal as well.
Hmm. Okay, so Nepal. So you have already bucket list and you want to travel once. Okay, so which
Yes.
area do you want to visit in Nepal? Do you have any
In Nepal,
destination?
actually, you know what? I don't have any idea because my husband has visited almost all the places in Nepal and India and even Bhutan. So he knows everything and every places. So he names so many places. He always says the names of different places like Zero Point. Is Zero Point located in Nepal?
I really don't
Zero
know
point.
about.
I think it's in Sikkim. I don't know, but he knows everything about Nepal, even about Nepal. So I just want to sit at the backside of the bike, so he will ride the bike. That's all. I'm just like a baby, and he will guide me. He will lead me.
Okay. No, like if you want to travel in Nepal, then you must visit, I'd say,
Pokhara, you think?
Kathmandu, yeah, Kathmandu and Pokhara, because Kathmandu
Yes.
and Pokhara,
Yeah.
it is a amazing place in Nepal, and many tourists they come
Hmm.
and visit there. So
Hmm.
Pokhara, it is a
Okay.
beautiful place. There you can see mountain view, hilly area, or greenery, these kinds of things.
Yeah.
But Kathmandu,
Hmm.
it is a capital of Nepal, so there's you would be able to
Yeah, I
see
know that.
diverse religious, or we have a diverse culture. So you can see temples, and Kathmandu, it is also surrounded by hilly area there, so you would be
Okay.
able to see beautiful nature from there as well. So yeah, Kathmandu,
Hmm.
it is a better according to me.
Yeah, and he says that just visiting Kathmandu is not enough. There is so many places in Nepal, and you must visit all of these. And he says that at least 5 days trips will be suitable for this. And if we go
Eh,
for 1 or 2 days, then it won't be. I mean, we won't be able to cover it all the places. So I think 5 days we have to take for 5 days. And Pokhara is also a beautiful place. He said that. And I also want to see the mountains which are covered with the snow. And I think it is also we can see these kind of mountains also from Pokhara, right?
Yes, you can see that. But I am the person who never been to even Pokhara. But yeah, I have traveled
Okay.
Kathmandu, so I know about Kathmandu only. But Pokhara, it is a kind of I really don't know about that. But yes, I have heard Pokhara. It is one of the beautiful place, and there you can see mountain view. And you said you want to see snowing, so definitely you can see from there.
Hmm.
So yeah, many people
Hmm.
they prefer to
Okay.
go in Pokhara.
And I have heard that there is a river in Nepal, and on the other bank, I mean, that bank side belongs to China. Is that true? Chinese territory?
Yes,
And
we have.
which river it is?
I really don't know about it, but we have a China border and India border. So one side is China and another side is India. So I am between China
Hmm.
or India. So we have a
Okay.
both border, and we have a flexibility to go even in India or Nepal, like even in India or China without visa, without identity card. We don't need anything else. So we can go anytime.
Oh, okay. Even to this China.
Yeah, for China, even we don't need any visa or anything else because we have no distraction. I would say even as
Okay.
I can go in India in the same way I can go even in China, so I don't have to worry
Hmm.
for that.
Okay. I know about, I mean, I know that there is no restrictions between China, sorry, India and Nepal. We can
Yes.
travel across without having passport or and visa, right? But it is
Yes.
really a good news for me that Nepali people can travel to China without visa. So it's now I got to know about that. Is it only for China, Nepal people?
Yeah, seems like only for Nepal. Indian people they can't maybe go in China.
Hmm.
Yes. Okay, so
Hmm.
ma'am, tell me something about your English. How long you have been working on your communication skill?
Okay, it's been only 2 months, and nowadays I concentrate on conversational video. Um, Approximately, I can say it's been only 2 weeks, but I started to work on my communication skills and upgrading level for the last 2 months. But I initially I was just concentrating on listening practice and nowadays reading as well. But for the last 2 weeks, because nowadays I'm on vacation, so I get lots of time. So for the last 2 weeks, I make conversational videos with the different YouTubers. So it's been only 2 weeks, honestly.
Okay, 2 weeks, and these kinds of video you are uploading on your YouTube channel.
Yes.
Okay, that is a really great way to even improve our confidence and fluency, and yeah, and for our YouTube channel also we are making a video. So that's really great, I'd say. And just within 2 months, you are speaking amazing, I'd say, because I am the person who has done a lots of activities to improve as I'm speaking right now. So initially, I had to also
Okay.
face challenges, problem. I had no any resource, nothing else, and always I used to think what kinds of strategy which is going to help me to speak this language. So, like
Hmm.
when you watch some conversation videos, some YouTube, maybe any English content, so definitely you are going to come across so many strategy. So then I started to
Hmm.
follow, and even nowadays I spend a lot of times, more than 2 or 3 hours, just speaking with a co-learner. But sometimes,
Okay.
sometimes when I get a chance to talk with a YouTuber, so I spend times even with a YouTuber for 30 minutes, and that's how I'm doing practicing, and that's really helped me to improve my language. And even I'm the person who also started to having these kinds of conversations just 2 or 3 months, like not 2 or 3 months, 2 or 3 week before, and maybe
Okay.
12 or 15 conversation I had so far, not more than that.
Okay. 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 So I think we are cut from the same cloth. I also
Yeah.
started just 2 weeks ago. So yeah, I can interpret you. So the next question I wanted to ask you that when did you actually? I mean, when did you start to learn English? I mean, the time period.
Okay, time period, it has started 1.5 years before. So initially,
Okay.
I used to do procrastination a lot because as every English learner they do. So I also used to do. I was not that much of consistent, and always used to think just like doing a 5 or 10 minute practicing, it is going to help me. But later I realized I should do practice more and more. Like if
Hmm.
I'll spend more time, the more I'm going to speak this language like a faster
Yes.
maybe. So then I came across I should spend a lot of time with a co-learner, even with myself. So initially, yes, I know like I had a fear of talking with a person, and I was not able to speak with anyone. So
Hmm.
first
Hmm.
times when I went on some audio call conversation, like on audio call platform, where I was not able to speak even single word, I used to fumble a lot and getting nervous. These kinds of fear I had, And talking about on video call, I never thought I would be able to speak in front of other
Mm.
person. So these kinds of practicing just recently I have started. So like first times I had a conversation with some tutor on English CRE platform. And to be honest,
Okay.
I was not able to speak. I used to fumble a lot and getting like I get
Mm.
stuck a lot. But even then, she wanted to make me comfortable while having conversation with her. So that's how I did this conversation, and that was from that time I started to do these kinds of activities every day. And yeah, so
Okay.
I would say exact time it is 1.5 years I have been working on it, and yeah, and
Mm.
consistently I'm doing these kinds of activities.
Yeah, I think consistency is the more important thing. And as you said, now you are consistent with your learning practice, so that's what the result now you are at. And do you get time to manage all the things because you are working there and you are devoting all your time mostly for learning English? So how do you manage all these things?
Okay. Yeah, I'd say like I do work I'd say in morning time. So my duty time it is a 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. till 3 p.m. So after that I get a time. So I try to work on communication skill even on physical. So that's how I'm managing my time. Because if you have some desire and which you want to fulfill, so definitely you are going to take out some time for this particular thing. So same thing I'm doing.
Definitely.
English it is my fashion, it is my interest, and I really wanted to speak this language fluently and confidently. So due to I am
Mm.
spending more and more time just listening, speaking, reading, whatever it's required to improve this language. So I'm doing that. So, ma'am, I want to ask
Yes.
one question from you. So, like, when first time you started your like a practice speaking with YouTube or maybe these kinds of conversation. So, did you have any kinds of fear to talking with them, or you are so much of like a confidence or bold person?
Mm.
So, how was your first experience?
Okay, so definitely I'll say about it. Actually, all my schooling was done in my mother tongue, and it is Malayalam. I belong to Kerala. So at that time, I didn't get any exposure to this language, and I suffered from this a lot because nowadays everything is based on English. So learning English is very important, right? And after my 12th standard, I have written all my exams in English. But the thing is that that time I didn't get any exposure where I could speak in English. The exams were in English, but still it was not enough to improve my speaking practice. So that time it was not possible for me to work upon my communication skills because that time every people were of Malayali people. I mean Keralites. So that time I didn't talk to anybody. But after my MA, after doing my post graduation, when I was searching for a job, then I realized that it is very important to know this language because every job profiles were seeking for a proficiency in English. But I didn't. It didn't mean that. I had to face any rejection, but still, I realized that it is very important because now if somebody speaks in English, then that time, if I am not able to reply them in this same language, then I think that time, that moment will be very regretful moment, right? Because I have a huge degrees and I'm MABA. So after holding all these degrees, then if I am not able to speak in English, then I that will be a bitter moment for me. So after that, I joined here in Bihar, I mean, in this school, and that time also here the locality is that here where I had to use 80% English, sorry, Hindi. 80% I use Hindi because every people speak in Hindi, and when it comes to smaller kids, that time we have to speak in Hindi. If I speak in English, sorry, Hindi. If I speak in English, then they won't be able to understand it. So 80% I can say that I speak in Hindi. But still my mind or I was not satisfied with my level. And for the 2 months ago, I realized that it's not enough. Just working for each and every day and getting salary, and it's not enough. I have to do something for my personal growth. And if I go to any other school, any international school, or if I apply to any school which located in abroad, then that time it is very important to know English. So I started to work on English, and it's been 2 months. But initially, I was not speaking to anybody. And 1 month before, I can say 1 month ago, I was started to speak with Ace Fluency app. Do you know about Ace Fluency app?
Yeah, I know. It's
Yeah.
fluency.
Okay. One of the YouTuber has subscribed me. Suggested me this. That's Minu ma'am. Minu ma'am, she had suggested me this, and that time when I was talking on this platform for the first time, I was not able to speak. I was not able to speak more than 3 or 4 sentences. I used to fumble. I used to get hesitated, and gradually I improved. And but still I decided to make conversational videos with a YouTuber. Somehow I have to face somebody, right? Because here that was, I mean, Ace Fluency, it was all based on audio phones. So I didn't subscribe for the application. But here what happens? Here we have to face somebody in front of us, right? So I can for the first time. I know that first time it would be bitter for me, but if we want to achieve our goal, then that time we have to come out of our comfortable zone. So that's how I decided. So, but still, I'm not satisfied with my level. Maybe I expect more. That's what the reason. I'm not satisfied in my level.
No, no, everyone they expect more. Even I am the person who is also willing to speak fluently and confidently. And do I do practice every day. I don't think about I'm spending a lot of time. I just think about I'm doing practicing, and it is my dedication which I should put anyway. So as you mentioned about like initially you had some fears when first times you talk with a Minu ma'am or with whom. So I'd say these kinds
Mm.
of fear also I had. I was also feeling lots of I can say nervousness, hesitate while talking with the other person. But if a person who has a fear, then they have to take these kinds of challenge. If you have fear of talking with a person, and until and unless you will not take these kinds of challenge or risks, till then you would be not able to improve and overcome these kinds
Mm.
of fear. So also I started to take these kinds of challenge a lot, and now I can see lots of improvement. Although I'm speaking I can say not that much of fluent, I also make mistake a lot here and there. But even then, I don't consider about making a mistake. I just consider about
Mm.
how I can convey my thought toward other person. So
Yes.
it came with practicing, and which I did it, and
Yes.
even I mentioned about I had a fear, so I overcome, and now I'm really enjoying while having conversation with everyone. It's no matter with whom I'm connecting. I love to express my
Mm.
thought, idea, and also hear whatever they are saying. So I'm enjoying in this kinds of
Mm.
journey. And due to is I
Yes.
have also YouTube channel, so definitely if I'm having one YouTube channel, then I have to give good content for my viewers,
Yes.
whoever is my subscriber. So I have to give perfect content so they can get some idea, some knowledge from these kinds of video. So yeah, I
Yes.
am working
Definitely.
on that. I want to be fluent, and I'm doing my 100% to do that.
Yes, okay. That's fantastic. Actually, whenever we speak in our mother tongue, that time even we make a lot of mistakes, but we are not bothered about that because we are confident enough when we speak in our mother tongue, and that confidence makes us perfect, right? But when it comes to English for beginners, that even I can't say that I'm not a beginner. Maybe I belongs to a beginner level, but initially we all face hesitation or while making mistakes. Then that time we scared for that moment, right? So it doesn't matter actually. It that moment doesn't matter. We have to speak a lot. We have to speak out, then only we can improve whatever other things of the listening or reading, whatever it is. Ultimately all these things depends on speaking practice. How many mistakes we are making, or that doesn't matter. Actually we have to consider the mistake as our teachers, from where we have to learn more, from where we can correct ourselves.
It's a learning opportunity. We should accept it. And yeah, everyone they accept. Even I'm the person who accepts. So that's how we don't consider so much about these things. And rather than we focus on delivering and give our thought toward other person. So everyone they are doing. So ma'am, nowadays, what kinds of activities you are doing to improve your communication skill?
Nowadays, okay. Nowadays, I listen to different podcasts and reading. Initially, I was not listening to reading, but nowadays, I read 2 pages every day. And apart from that, I can say that nowadays I fully concentrating on conversational videos. That's what I do nowadays because I'm on vacations now, and now I get enough time for all these stuffs. But I mean, after reopening the school, I don't know. I'm not confirmed that whether I'll get enough time to make all these. I don't know whether I could balance all these things together. But nowadays, I concentrate on conversational videos as well and learning different idioms, new vocabularies. These are, I mean, I do these all steps as well. But still, I think all these depends on speaking practice. Whatever we do and write down on the notebook and keeping it aside, that doesn't matter. We have to revise it all the day and we have to implement all these whatever we learned in our conversation. That doesn't matter. I think so.
Yeah, because like having a lots of knowledge, but if you are not implementing those things while having other person, till then you are not going to use them. So you have to like
Mm.
you have if you have like a specific and certain amount of vocabulary, then just you will have to use them while having conversation, and only then
Yes.
you would be able to use naturally. So I know
Yes, absolutely.
learning a grammars and even idioms, it is also important because we have to convey our thought. So if you want to
Mm.
articulate your thought in a better way, then you must have to know different vocabulary. So that is really going to help you. But so, like there are lots of learner, they learn lots of vocabulary. I say like a more than 10 or 15 in a day, but they are not
Mm.
able to use them. And it is a true, like if you are learning 10 or 15 vocabulary in a day, how you would be able to remember those vocabulary? Definitely you are not going to remember
Mm.
those.
Actually,
So we should learn only 2 or 3 vocabulary and with the synonyms, and then we should use them every day while even writing or talking with the other person,
mm.
and that's how even remember those vocabulary. And I'm the person who also do same things nowadays. I'm learning
Okay.
vocabulary from contents. I do listening practicing
Okay.
a lot, and sometimes even I do reading practicing. So from there
Hmm.
I encounter lots of vocabulary, even grammar rules, sentence structure. So I try to implement, I try to use them while having
Hmm.
conversation, and that's how I'm remembering. But it is also difficult
Yes.
because sometimes which word we want to use, it does not come out from our mouth, and it's
Actually,
happened
it
with
depends on
many. Yes,
it depends on persons, I think, because every person is unique, right? Everybody has different potential. So it depends on the persons. And if I talk about my case, sometimes I fully concentrate on learning different vocabularies and idioms. I like to learn different idioms. And for example, today, if I have learned 15 idioms or 15 vocabularies, then for the next 2 or 3 days, I'll not learn anything because I don't know. It's a human nature, right? We have a sensitive mind or fluctuating mind. So sometimes it's not possible. But how it's all depends on our dedication, how much we dedicate. It's not about the time, it's about the dedication, right? Whatever we learn, how much we dedicate ourselves on it, that does matter. And one thing I have realized that if we've not done any of these stuffs on our notebook and we have to read all those repeatedly for all the days in all the days, so
yes.
that what matters here, I think. And for the even though I read all these vocabularies on a daily basis, even though I'm not able to use all these in my conversations because it's quite normal for everybody, I think. And we have to concentrate from the minute level. Then gradually we can implement all these. I mean, we can use all these vocabularies or whatever it is in our conversations. So that's what I think. Then if we have or if we can use all these I mean, for more than five vocabularies, newly learned in, vocabularies in our daily conversations, then I think it would be a new springboard.
Yeah, I'd say like keep remembering vocabulary for a long time. It is really difficult. Even I'm the person who can't remember those vocabulary. So I try to convey my thought in simple way, and that's how we can manage, and everyone they can manage. Yeah, we don't have to use
And
them like use complex vocabulary while talking with the other person, because mind
yes,
other person they are not going to understand if you are using fancy word. Yeah, so you have to use also
yes,
simple word, and that's how you can convey your thought with anyone. So still I'm
yes.
doing, but for many people it is really hard. For me also it is really hard to
Mm.
remember those vocabulary. So ma'am, I want to ask one question. How did you make it habit of reading? Because reading it is one of the biggest I can say biggest challenge to make it habit. No anyone they can easily make it habit in their daily basis. So how did you make this
Okay.
habit then? And what kinds of book are you reading nowadays?
Actually, I have realized what is the importance of reading if we want to improve our fluency level, because fluency depends on our strength in vocabularies, right? So, if we want to convey our thoughts to opposite person, then we must know at least, I think, 300 vocabularies. Then, and initially, when I wasn't start this learning practice, that time I was not able to construct these sentences in my mind. I used to create all these sentences in my mind, whatever it is, describing the things around me, like something like that. So gradually, I realized that it is very important to learn new vocabularies. But still, it was very bitter for me to read something for the initial stage, and I was just feeling that I'm in a pickle. But still, gradually, I started with Sudha Mukti's book, and she's an Indian author. Do you know about her?
Yeah, I know Sudha Murthy.
Yes, I started with Sudha Murthy's books, and it was something like fictional books. So I started from there, but still I was not able to read more than one page per day. But I made it. I mean, it was all because of my strong determination. I dedicated half an hour for every day, and usually it became my habit. Nowadays, it's easy for me. And last for the last week, I mean, yeah, in the last week I started to read Atomic Habits, and I finished first chapter, because nowadays I do that. Whatever I read it repeatedly. I at least for 5 times. But I don't want to complete the book as soon as possible. I just concentrate on whatever I could read. And I have finished first chapter of this book, and I had read it at least for the 5 times, I think. And whatever the new vocabularies I go through, I just underline those red pen, and I just Google it for the meaning, synonyms, and the different sentence construction where I could use these words and the situations. So that's how I try to learn my vocabulary level. And in that sense, I enjoy reading process nowadays.
That's a really great habit you have, I would say. But for me, I'm really bad at reading. I'm not a good reader. But yeah, I also try to read and make this habit, because I know benefit of reading. Because like if you are reading, you encounter so many vocabulary. You are going to come across
Mm.
sentence structure. So it is really helpful, and even your pronunciation it is going to improve. Yeah, so that's the reason
Yes.
nowadays I'm pressing myself, like pressurizing myself to read something else in a morning time. So I just go on ChatGPT and there I search some topic and I try to read for
Mm.
10 minutes. And
Yes.
I'm doing these kinds of activities every day in a morning time. So that's how I'm also uh, like making it habit reading for like only 10
Yes.
minutes, not more than that. But talking about book, I
Mm.
never read it any English book. But talking about school time, we had one subject, but at this moment I don't have any kinds of book as you mentioned about Sudha Murthy or Atom Habit. So these are amazing books. I have heard these kinds of book
Mm.
from many YouTubers. They have mentioned about and they also suggesting to read.
Mm.
So according to me, it is
Yes.
also important, and I should also buy some book and read. And yeah. I try my best.
Mm.
So, ma'am, so
Actually, reading.
go ahead.
Sorry.
No,
Yeah.
go ahead. Just
I was saying that we have to read books not only for the vocabularies. Actually, whenever we face an opposite, I mean, another person, that time we have to speak about different things, right? And that time we must know about that. I mean, what the topic is. We have to talk about that. For that, we have to enlarge our critical thinking abilities. So here is the importance of books. If we read different books, and different books are written by different authors, they have their own writing styles like that. So if we read different kinds of books, then it at first it will help to enlarge our fluency level. At the same time, it will be helpful for I mean development of our critical thinking ability as well. So reading is I think very important.
I would say like all aspect of learning any language. It's a importance. Listening, reading, writing, or speaking, all things.
Yes.
And it is also
Yes.
depending on person what kinds of strength they have. If person they like to
Mm.
reading or like to listen, they can go for that. So I also enjoy like doing these kinds of activities and mostly listening or speaking. So ma'am, I want to
Mm.
say we are running out of time and we should wrap up
Yes.
this session here.
Sure.
So
Sure.
I'd say it
Okay.
was
It
a
was nice
really,
talking to you.
yeah, same to you, ma'am, same. And I also enjoy a lot throughout of this session. And thank you for giving me this opportunity. And I'm looking for
Thank
this
you.
kinds of conversation forward. And thank you for everything, ma'am.
Thank you. Sure. Thank you. Bye.
Bye, ma'am.